Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about Albion Online and we're going to talk about spells. How do you get new spells? How do you actually get spells? And how can you get different spells? So in all this we're going to talk about armor spells, we're going to talk about weapon spells, and also last of all we're going to talk about the cape spells. So in Albion Online you have different ways of getting spells. First of all, you can see in this picture that is showing in the background your weapon, your shield, your boots, your head, your chest is giving you all different abilities. So in Albion Online you don't pick a class, you don't pick a race or anything like that. All the things that actually matters in this game is the armor and the weapons you're using and the cape. All these items in one go is actually depending on what are you, what is the class you're playing, what is the role you're playing, and what is everything matters to you. So if we take a look on it and move all these pictures away, all these fancy things, let's take a look into the game and I will try to explain to you in a very basic way on how you get spells in Albion Online and how it works. First of all, let's open up the skill tree and let's go into the skills. Of course you would have to choose, do you want to be a warrior, do you want to be a huntsman, or do you want to be a mage? Let's say in this case I want to be a brutal warrior who probably have a very nice two-handed weapon, but is also going to be the one that deals most damage with it. So first of all you would have to get your weapon. That is of course through the journeyman warrior, where you will begin to unlock your sword or your axe, your mace or your hammer. You have different two-handed weapon on all these. Let's say in this case I want to have a two-handed sword. Then personally I like the claymore. Claymore is a really good two-handed weapon, it's really cool in PvP, it has its rob, slow, charge, all this. So if I get into the weapons here, you can see I have the sword, I click on the claymore, you can see it actually has abilities. The spells, the abilities that I use and I get in Albion Online is from my weapon. In this case you can see I have a spell here called Heroic Strike, I have a Heroic Cleave, I have Interrupt, I have an Iron Will, Hamstring, and my last ability on E is Charge. So you can see you have your Q ability, W, E, and then you have a passive you can choose between here. You can see passive. Also the item has stats. So you can say that's the easy part. That's actually the easy part that we're going to talk about. Weapons. We actually started with weapons. That's fine. That's the weapon. You have your weapon spells. If for example I took one of the other sword weapons here, you can see that the first two rows is actually the same. So you can say the same. Now we got one more, two more, but again the same. It's the same, but because I get up in, you can say stronger artifact weapons, they have like a little background on the behind the scene. You can see it has like background here, so it actually unlocks new potentially weapons. But all in all, it has the same spells here, but the last one here is unique for the weapon you choose. So for example, a normal broadsword has here a mighty blow. The claymore has charge. The dual swords has a spinning blade. And the clarion blade has a mighty swing. And that's actually coming from this one here. That's because they are in family. Then you have the charge in this one. You have a fearless strike, but you can see it's actually sharing the icon with this one because carving sword is a little upgraded version of your claymore. And then you have your Galatine pair that has a different spell called Soulless Stream. So depending, you can say all your weapons here is almost the same, almost. I mean, one-handed can of course be paired with a shield. And shields of course also can give you, stats. You can see you have like stats here. This shield here also gives you some other stats. You can't really get another spell from your shield because, I mean, the one-handed sword is already filling up all your Q, W, E. That is the weapons. Now to the armor. So if you want to be a guy who deal a lot of damage, and so a lot of warriors, they probably start with thinking, okay, I want to use plate if I want to deal maximum damage because I want to be big, strong plate. The problem is with plate, if you go into plate armor here, and you click on the plate armor here, you can see here that, okay, does this armor actually have some kind of a bonus for dealing damage? No. Okay, does this one have anything? Yeah, physical attack bonus 5%. Okay. This one doesn't have. This one have 5%, 10%, 5%, 0, and 10%. Okay, so we know with plate armor we can actually get 10% more damage, but also we have different abilities like healing, like taunt as a tank, and we also have soul chain. If we then try, just for fun, let's try go up to actually, let's go up to, where do we have it? Leather. If we then take my leather chest here and look, oops, it already actually gives me 30% physical damage. So plate was only able to give me 10% physical damage, but leather can actually give me up to 30. And actually if you choose one of the others, you can see here that you can actually get it even higher up. You can get it up to, oh yeah, sorry, 30 is the highest one. And then when you pair it with this one here, you get 4% additionally. Then if you try to go up to cloth and look here, you can see cloth armor can actually give up to 50% more physical attack bonus. But just keep in mind that of course this one here only have 97 armor, while this one here over here has 146. So of course cloth armor gives more damage, but also it reduces your armor, health points, such things like that, and makes you more squishy. But that should actually not be like the, well, of course that's a main point and dealing most damage, but again, your armor is also giving you spells. So your helmet, for example here, if we take, let's take this Spectre. This one here has a whole energy regain or flash of insight. And if I go to the chest and go to the same spec, it has a healing, an inferno shield, and a self-ignition. And then the boots have here a refreshing sprint, a spectral run, or even a run. So you can see already from this that your armor actually gives, like here, you can see my helmet, I'm getting a poison ability and I'm giving a 3.5% additional damage and healing. My chest is giving me this inferno shield and more damage and healing, and my boots is giving me a rush, very fast running, and again more damage and healing. My weapon here is giving me rending swing, adrenaline boost, bloody reap, and deep cuts as a passive one. My cape in this case is actually giving me nothing. It just gives me max energy and energy regeneration. But if we dive into the capes that you unlock through here in the middle and up, if we dive into the capes, we can actually see we can see different types of capes. So if, for example, if we take this one here, that's the one I have, the standard cape. Then you can go into capes like this one here, Elder's Bridgewatch. This one here gives condition activated by normal attack, creates a 4-meter radius sandstorm at the enemy position, slows enemies by 50% and reduces their damage by 50. And it happens every minute. This one here actually automatically activates when you get stunned, silenced, or rooted, remove any movement in parries. And we also have this one as example, activates when you cast a spell and your energy drops below 40, restore 8 energy per second for 10 seconds. So you can see you can have a lot of different capes with a lot of different cool effects. So that is the cape abilities. Your cape doesn't have any active abilities, but it has passively abilities. So I hope this video really gave you a good insight. As a bonus info for you, for example, if you want to play a healer, you can go over here to the priest staff, and the priest staff here will have a lot of healing abilities for you. Like, well, you see this one here heals the target for 73 healing. Also, you have also over in the hunter category, you also have where have we? Nature staff, which also have healing abilities. And of course, if you want to be a tank, you can go with a sword and a shield. So this guide here, well, very basic skill guide, should now have learned you how you can actually get spells, how you can get more passive effects, how you can get better stats, dealing more damage, or even how you can be most sustained. Of course, plate is most defense, lowest damage, leather is medium damage, medium defense, and cloth is no defense, but really high damage. So it's all up to you. I would say there's no best specs or stats or spells in Albion Online. It's all up to what you like. So thanks for watching everyone, let me know what you think about this video and see you in another episode. Peace out and have a nice day.